Hey people, in that last movie about this 3 inches of Khufu, the engineer of the Great Pyramids, I worked my way up to this, and this is a huge chapter. I'm not going to read all of it, but it's talking about Khufu and throughout the top of this chapter. I'm just going to read the last part of this poem. It's called A Prophecy Against the South. So this is how they'd ever have you Heil command. And you know, Heil is the unknown of the dark matter. But you know, you read this also as the wage through in first. DBR, through in first. Have you Heil, you know, the dark matter command. And then been made odysseys, been made the long journeys, the place give dark time. We topple from where draws. And so, you know, they call us we speak it in a southern drawl, but yeah, draw is, you know, behind the boat, you know, what's drawing in behind it. And so they knew that our planet was traveling to the north. You know, we're hurling through space toward the north, chasing the sun in a spiral. And so where draws is the south. And then when, WN, and then V, when of Allah, A, and then backwards, LA. When of Allah, the royer, the wheel maker, the side engine. And so they're describing this model of the sun hurling through space. The old heliocentric model is the way we figure it now, where the sun just sits in the middle and we're all rotating around it. But Khufu had a different idea. And he pictured the sun hurling through space at 70,000 miles an hour, and all the planets spiraling around it and chasing it. And that's the side engine. To a merit, you know, a positive thing. A demerit is a negative, and a merit is positive. And to a merit of your engine, some endeavor, you know, some great task have you. The karma, backwards and forwards, the karma, Miranda. You know, karma is to cause you're giving life, the soul, to give the life. Rama, to see in, to give life, see in, your karma. And then more in day, more INDAY. The more in day have, you know, is your Miranda when you're summoned in before your maker. Karma, the more in day. And then have, HVEEN, heaven, more in day, heaven. In omits it. You know, the karma in the more in day, heaven omits it. The day that you're admitted into heaven, the day that your soul goes into heaven, to give back. K, backwards and forwards, KBK, to give back. You know, you'll get back for all the great things you did. The merit of your engine, some endeavor have you. The karma Miranda, heaven in omits it, give back. And then this all reads backwards after the line. Covet, KBT, to covet, to cover, you know, like cupboards, to store away. The covet, it's mini, MINNE. It's where your word Minnie Mouse comes from. You know, it means a wheel helmet or protection. The covet, it's min. The way in Dharma, NDARMA. And so the reason this wrote like this, you know, karma and dharma have a direct connection. And Amanda explained it before. I hope she'll explain it again here. You know, dharma coming from decree or custom, the eternal inherent nature of reality, you know, the cosmic law, the way things are supposed to be, truth of or reality. The covet, it's many, it's protection, the way in Dharma, the key where endums. The key where endums, you know, like a kingdom, a DOMS, doms is a state like freedom is the state of being free. And so the key where endums, the key where endums, the heaven, the key where in W-E-I-R, the where in doms. And then engine, back and forth, B-N-G-N-E, gin. The key where enums engine, the royal trama. A tram is a train that rides on a rail or a cable above. A tram beam is an overhead beam that you would roll a crane on, or like in a meat house, that tram system where the meat's hanging on hooks and they roll it from the freezers. It's a tram. This would be the tram, the rail down the middle, and all the planets, are hung off of it, traveling. And so they definitely knew what a tram was when they were building the Great Pyramids. The covet its protection, the way in Dharma, the key where endums, engine, royal, tram. And they're just trying to show off. They're just trying to show off that they can rhyme these poems backwards and forwards at the same time. It's like they're just genius. And then this Vav goes down here, and this reads backwards, so it's U.S., USA, to use, to consume power, to use, vocal, V-A-K-L-E, V-A, vo. They usually give the A, the O sound. The vocal vacal, V-K-K-L. The vocal vacal. A vocal vacal is just another way of saying a southern drawl. A vac, to vacuum, to draw in, vac, call. And so it's not in you every, just the ones who are blessed to be vocal vacal. Southern by the grace of God is what they say. It's the tram and then the vav, to consume power, to use, to consume power, vocal vacillits, excel, AX, excel, to ahead, the vocal vacillits excel, to cults at sieve, sieve, A-T-S-I-V, to sieves, to cult at sieves, as in receive. Receive only means, if you had it and lost it and got it back, you would receive it. But deceive is what we think of as receive. But, to sieve is to get it the first time. The vocal, to consume power, vocal vacillits excel. The southern draws excel to cults at sieves. Low the bucket, backwards, the BKT shall be quenched. I'll get you a whole bucket full of water, Under the bucket give, believe it, B-E-L-E-V-T. Under the bucket give, believe it, sleeve it. When it's review have, W-N-X-T-S, when T-S, when it's R-V-U, review, and then backwards H-V-E or E-V-E. When it's review have, climb, K-L-M, the climb, I-N, the climb in pings, the climb in places, manage in spoon, manage in its spoon. And so, the spoon is the north, it means the spin, and it's, X-P-U-N-E, the climb in places, to manage in its spoon. And so, as above is so below. At the same time he's describing how the galaxy works, he's telling us that these evangelists with the southern drawl are the best at it. And they got something up in their sleeve. Believe it, they sleeve it. To use power, the vocal vocalists excel. They excel at the game. Two cults, KLTS, cults is what they are. KLTS, backwards and forwards. The cults at sieves, at sieves, receives, and deceives. The cult at sieves, the cult gets it, low the bucket, give, believe it, sleeve it. You better believe it that he's got something up his sleeve it. When it's review, when you look back over it, you'll see that you better believe it in the sleeve it. When it's review, have, EVE, have. When it's review, have. The call from in places, managing spoon. So places that manage and spoon, that's your diners. The old greasy spoon diner. Where of colors berserk make empower you. Abort. Yell at give be. Wherein colors berserk make empower you. Abort. Yell at give be. When they're driving Satan out, to abort. Abort, to yell at, give be, let 'em be, abort ye Satan. And whammer, whammer is a cry. The whammer, aha. This is a EEA, aha. Aha, in the day have them the mire from, admire, have them the mire from Ali Allah, from Muslims lies who. And so they're not picking on Muslims. Everybody in the know knows that Allah is the name of God in the Hebrew Bible. Is Allah all the way through, Allah, everything with the Allah. It'll start with the A, so it ends up reading backwards, so it's ELA, and that's the word Allah. That's the word for God. And this is one of the few times it's written out straight. The Myers from Allah, and from Muslims lies who. We've changed what the word Muslims mean, because Muslim is from muscle. Muscle is the word given throughout this Bible that means your rulers, from the muscle. And so from muscle must lies who. Parables are must lies. Or to mesh lies, to mesh lies into a story, a parable. And in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. And so all these words for gods are a word. And this word is yell, Y-E-L-A, to yell. And so, and to cry, to whammer, aha, in the day have them a mire from all yell. From muscle mesh lies who. So, people try to say this is prophecies in the Bible that are all coming true, but they don't understand what a prophecy is. They don't understand what they're reading. But in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. And that's why they've tried to destroy so many writings, because they discovered that, hey, if you write it, it'll happen. And that's why we're going through 1984 now. We got to destroy the book in order to stop it. But in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. And so these people believe, to have an everlasting life, you had to keep your ba alive, and your ba was your reputation. And the way, you kept your ba alive is every time somebody mentioned your name. And so, the best way to do that was make great written works where people would read them for thousands of years, and that's how you lived forever. Your Ba stayed alive. And so that's why we got these writings. Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. Good day.